Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Please, if you could, hit the like button, subscribe, comment, all the above. I'm just one subscriber away from 100. It would mean a lot if somebody were to just hit that button for me. It'd be a great milestone and all, but the main topic of this video is that I want to do an updated version of, you know, possible trade deadline acquisitions for the Penguins. Last video got a lot of comments and, people chiming in, so I figured I'd do it again, updated, since there's only, I'm recording this Friday night, almost Saturday morning, so, you know, about 3 more days left until the trade deadline is up, April 12th at 4 p.m. So, just a couple more guys that I think that the, Penguins could go out for. Obviously, their cap is a low situation, so they only have like about 300,000 in cap right now. And it's a shame that, you know, there's probably about 20 million of it sitting on the bench, or I shouldn't even say sitting on the bench, but just out right now because of injuries, and it sucks, but it is what it is. But there are a few guys that I think that they should go out for, especially target guys that, you know, are on teams that are clearly not going to make the playoffs. So, and it's also a position that, the Penguins are going to need too. So, going down a stretch. So, just to start it off, number one guy I'm looking at right now, and this is solely because of the contract, and you know that the type of skill that he has is Bobby Ryan of the Red Wings. He plays the left wing position. His cap right now, or I should say his contract, is a 1 year, $1 million contract. Obviously, then that would be a $1 million cap hit. We would obviously have to trade probably a player of some sort just to, fit the cap. But so far this season, he's got 7 goals, 7 assists. I mean, it's not too bad for a team that is clearly struggling, and it's going to be a bottom 4 team in the league this year. So he's a guy that, a veteran presence that the Penguins could use and possibly even help out on a power play that, has been playing better as of late, but, was weak in the beginning of the season. So I would like that. His teammate, Luke Glendening, he's a center. I think it's something that the Penguins need a little bit more help with, is in the center position. So, I think going to grab him would be also good. He's also a $1.8 million cap hit. He's currently riding a 4-year, $7.2 million contract, and he's got 3 goals, 8 assists. Obviously, he would be probably a 4th-line center on our team right now. Could play up to the 3rd, but I don't want to ruin the 3rd line once Blueger and Tanev come back. So might even throw him out on the wing just to have 2 centers on the ice at the same time. I don't think it would be a bad decision if Sully were to do that, if we were to go out and get him. Another guy that the Penguins should go out and look for is Nashville. Eric Holla, he's the left winger out there. And they're a team that they're still kind of fighting for a spot, but I could also see them letting go. He's also only a 1-year contract with them, so he's not going to stay, and especially if, they're not going to make the playoffs, there's no reason in holding him or anything like that. And he carries a 1-year, $1.75 million contract. So, again, it's a lower contract that the Penguins could just move around a player and could open up that cap space to bring in somebody with a lot of talent and a lot of skill. When I wrote these stats down, he had 3 goals, 8 assists. I don't know what they've gotten in the past couple of days. I think I wrote everything down like 2 days ago, but just another player out there that the Penguins could definitely go out for. That's lower on the cap. Now, I do want to talk about some of the players that people have suggested, but realistically, I don't think these guys are going to be the ones that are going to come over in a trade or anything like that, because we would have to move additional players. And I don't know how many players as of right now that I really want to get rid of. Yes, I was very pissed off at Jason Zucker the other day. But ever since I got mad at him and talked shit about him, he's done nothing but prove himself. So keep it rolling. If he's the hot player right now, keep him going. But one of the players that somebody suggested to me was Nick Foligno. Obviously, I would say yes, but he doesn't fit under our cap. He hits a $5.5 million cap hit right now, and it's just something that the Penguins are not going to be able to afford, unfortunately. So it is what it is. Foligno, to me, is just an unrealistic trade unless you're going to give up 3 players and, they're going to retain half of the cap or something like that. But to me, he's obviously not a person that the Penguins are going to bring over in a trade. Another player that a lot of people were suggesting was Raquel from the Anaheim Ducks, and another team that I don't even know if they've gotten 30 points yet. If not, they're right at 30. But they're also a bottom feeder. They're going to finish the bottom three this year. So he's a guy with a lot of skill. He plays the left wing position, something that we're kind of lacking on the third, fourth line. Um, so it's definitely somebody that I would look out for. But again, cap hit is an issue, 3.789 million. Obviously, he brings a lot of skills, 7 goals, 15 assists on the season so far. So he's a great, talented player, but on a very crappy team this season. But again, he's one of those guys that are kind of on the lower cap. So if a trade were to be pulled off, I wouldn't be surprised, but I just don't think this is realistic. One that was also just suggested, and this is the last one I have for today, that is more realistic, but you know I don't know how much they're going to do. Is Sam Bennett, center of the Calgary Flames, carries a $2.55 million cap hit. 4 goals, 6 assists. This guy's a former first-round pick of the Calgary Flames, and he just really never amounted to anything. He's a type of guy that I could just see that just needs a change of scenery, and he could potentially become a solid star in this league. But for again, 2.55 is obviously almost way too much at our rate, considering we only have about 250,000 left in cap. But it's a solid player that we could bring over to the team, and kind of make that fourth line solid. Nothing against Jankowski because he's really been stepping up his game. But the fourth line's been weird this year. Gaudreau, Jankowski, whoever's been playing that center position at that point, it's kind of just been a carousel. And I like Gaudreau a lot, and I kind of hope he earned a roster spot in my eyes. He plays with that grit. That's somebody that we kind of need, and he's been filling in great. So that's gonna do it for me. If you have any suggestions, throw them down in the comments. I appreciate all the feedback that I could get, and just want to keep growing stronger on this channel. If you want me to, go through different teams too, I could try to do different teams by the deadline. Obviously, we got a few more days to do that, so just let me know. I'm willing to do anything. Well, not anything, but anything that pertains to talking about hockey. So definitely just let me know. I love talking about it. So let's go Pens. Let's hope they make some moves, and Hextall does something good with this team, and as well as Burke. So we'll see what happens. Couple more days. Let's go Pens.